Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single
By now you've
word.
heard the news, and I'm sure you know about George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and countless others whose lives have been lost due to police brutality in some of the most inhumane ways possible. So because I am of Asian descent, I'm not going to address any other community other than the South Asian community, mainly because that is the community that I feel like I am equipped to talk to. I think it's really important that as South Asians, especially many of us who have faced some only hope to imagine, I think many of us who are South Asian need to understand that some of the horrors that Black people go through every single day is something that we'll never experience, and that's something that we need to be able to understand and also talk to people in our community, Black community leaders who can help us become anti-racist. As a result, I have compiled a list of some of my articles that I have written Black community leaders as well as friends, and I link them all in the description box below. If you want to do your part and be an ally or strive to be an ally, I encourage you to read and educate yourself on the numerous books that are out there today, and there are many PDFs that are free, and I will link some of those in the description box below as well. If you are able to do so, I encourage you to donate, and if you are Muslim, I encourage you to donate to Believers Bail Out as well as Muslim Arc. I was reading an article somewhere where it was saying that for every hard-hitting novel that you read by a Black author, you should also be reading books that have positive vibes in them as well, because those are also their stories, and those are stories that everyone should read. So while I'm not going to tell you to read The Hate U Give or The Sun Is Also a Star, although you definitely should if you haven't already, I am going to be talking to you about books that I think many of you have not read and many of you will enjoy. So the format of this book is, if you like this, then you'll like this. The first one is The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. If you have read The Hate U Give, then I think you'd really like Dear Martin, and this is by Nick Stone. So some of the similarities that this book has in common is that they both deal with racism, police brutality, and some of the aftermath that happens after an injustice occurs. I think that if you like those two books or those types of books, then you will really like The Opposite of Always, which is by Jason Reynolds. So The Opposite of Always is about a boy named Jack who basically is stuck in the day that he meets his girlfriend and the day that his girlfriend died. It's a few months later from the day they met. Who Puts the Song On by Megan Parker is a good book for anyone who likes Yes, No, Maybe So by Aisha Syed and Becky Albertalli. So the reason I say that is because it is about finding your voice and finding your place, and I feel like those are two very common themes in both books. So if you liked one of those books, then you will definitely like the other one. This book is about a Black teenage girl who is searching for her identity and dealing with depression at the same time. It is a very powerful book, and I think that it is definitely worth the read. I picked a lot of books that I thought I would be personally interested in. If you like some of the books that I have mentioned in past videos, then I think you'll enjoy many of these books. Makes You Happy by Claire Kahn is a book that deals with a girl named Winnie who is a Black fat girl who is living her best fat life, to quote the author. And I say this reminded me a lot of There's Something About Sweetie, and that is a book by Sandhya Menon, and I would highly recommend reading both of those. Both books are amazing, and they deal with body positivity issues and self-esteem issues, and I think those are all important things that need to be discussed. So Watch Us Rise is a book. Rise is a book that talks about two girls who start a women's rights club at their high school. Watch Us Rise kind of gives me similar vibes to When Dimple Met Rishi, and that is a book by Sandhya Menon, and I highly recommend both books. I think if you like books with positive feminist characters, then you will enjoy this one. Also, I like the fact that these books both break stereotypes that have been written, that people have seemed to have over time. I think that these books both have very powerful messages. So if you liked the Percy Jackson series or Lore Olympus from Webtoon, then you will love Oh My Gods by Alexandra Shepard. Basically, this is a fantasy Greek mythology novel. Helen Thomas is a black girl who just had a tragedy, and she is moving in with her dad, and her older siblings just happen to be the ancient gods who are living incognito in London. So I think this has a very interesting premise, and I'm really excited to read it. So I also encourage you to read it as well if you have the time, and if Greek mythology is something you enjoy. If you liked those books or read any of those books, please let me know what you think of them in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and comment what you would like to see next. I also wanted to reiterate that I will be linking resources and things to watch and listen to or read in the description box below, so if you have the time, please check those out. In addition to that, I will also be donating any of the proceeds from this video and others from this month if any of them get monetized. I also wanted to let you know that I have pre-recorded some videos that are supposed to be coming out next week and starting Monday, and I will be linking resources in the description once those scheduled videos are out, and I'll also link to places that you can donate and places that I've donated to as well. Some of the people that I have interviewed are Binta, Imam Karib Bashir, Dawud Walid, Kayla Rinnie Wheeler. I did want to say that many of them have been published on Muslim Girl, and I'm no longer affiliated with Muslim Girl. So moving forward, they will be uploaded onto Medium and Brown Girl magazine.
All those things I didn't say, wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream them loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song.